Imagine a rock concert where one band, NVIDIA, headlines the entire festival, playing the stadium stage every night, while a handful of tight, brilliant bands, AMD among them, headline specific tents that the biggest fans and industry insiders actually camp out for. By 2030, the concert map for AI chips might look just like that. NVIDIA's still giant, but room on the festival grounds for others to sell merch. The headline numbers, what they actually mean. Let's start with the meat and potatoes. An analyst's projection, Susquehanna/Christopher Rowland summarized in multiple reports, expects AMD to capture just over 4% of a multi-$100 billion AI chip market in 2030, translating to roughly $20 billion a year in AI-related revenue. Meanwhile, NVIDIA, the dominant incumbent, is forecast in that same view to see its market share fall from roughly 80% today to about 67% by decade's end, as hyperscalers and other big buyers seek alternatives and diversify their supply chains. Those shifts don't rewrite the leaderboard. NVIDIA remains the heavyweight, but they create valuable niches and growth corridors for companies like AMD and Broadcom. Think of the AI market as an enormous pizza. NVIDIA currently eats most of the pie, but the pie itself keeps growing so fast that even a 4% slice for AMD equals a banquet-sized $20 billion a year, enough to sponsor stadium naming rights, or at least a very nice research campus. Why 4% is not the same as irrelevant? 4% sounds tiny if you're a poll watcher. But in the world of semiconductors, context is everything. The AI accelerator market is forecast to balloon into the hundreds of billions. Some industry trackers put the AI accelerator/AI chipset market well into the $400 to $500 billion range by 2030. Against that backdrop, a 4% stake is not pocket change, it's a strategic foothold inside hyperscale racks, enterprise inference clusters, and specialized inference appliances. If those $20 billion are mostly high-margin, recurring hyperscaler contracts, they can move AMD's revenue mix and margins dramatically. It's like owning a chain of tiny, impeccably run cafes inside giant airports. Each location is small compared to them all, but collectively they buy you influence, steady cash flow, and a brand that frequent flyers start to prefer. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, it means much to me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. How NVIDIA's share shrinking helps the competition. Why would NVIDIA's share drop from 80% to 67%? A few forces are at work. Hyperscalers investing in diversified stacks and custom silicon, rivals improving inference performance, or price/efficiency trade-offs, and countries pushing for alternative sources and local solutions. Even a single large cloud customer shifting some orders away, or building custom chips for specific workloads, chips away at the incumbency. That doesn't mean NVIDIA loses its dominance overnight. It means the market opens small windows for suppliers who combine the right performance, partnerships, and supply assurances. Picture an enormous orchard where one farmer grows 80% of the apples. If buyers start seeking different varieties, price, taste, supply reasons, smaller farms that specialize in the new picks suddenly get invited to the big supermarket chains. AMD's product focus, leadership, high performance, adaptive goods. Employees at AMD reportedly focus on pushing performance while making products adaptable. Chiplets, modular designs, EPYC CPU plus Instinct GPU stacks, and system-level offerings that make procurement simpler for hyperscalers and enterprises. That engineering emphasis is critical. Competing with NVIDIA isn't just about raw flops, it's about total systems performance, power efficiency, software friendliness, and integration. Public commentary and interviews show AMD places a premium on architectural choices like chiplets and advanced packaging that give them flexibility and cost advantages. When your product story is, "We built for hyperscalers first and optimize for real workloads," you attract customers who want predictable, repeatable performance. AMD engineers are the haute couture tailors of silicon. They design garments for the clients who will wear them every day under bright lights. Meanwhile, others are mass-producing teas that sell in bulk but don't win runway shows. The PE Spotlight, 95.49, and what it tells investors. A company's trailing PE, price-to-earnings ratio, is one of the investor world's favorite shorthand signals. AMD's trailing PE of 95.49 means that, at the current share price, investors are effectively paying about $95.49 for every dollar of AMD earnings over the trailing 12 months. That's not wrong or right in isolation. It's a measure of how much growth the market expects from the company. High P/ES usually imply high future growth expectations. You're paying today for anticipated earnings growth tomorrow. Conversely, if the growth doesn't materialize, a high P sets you up for greater downside when sentiment cools. Concrete analogy. Buying a high P stock is like paying a premium today for a concert ticket to a band you believe will headline stadiums in 5 years. If they do, the ticket was a steal. If they fade, you're stuck with an expensive stub. So, is AMD overpriced? Overpriced depends on your model. If AMD delivers on the $20 billion AI revenue, grows other segments, EPYC data center, semi-custom consoles, gaming, and improves margins, the high PE can look reasonable. If growth disappoints or competition forces price cuts, the PE multiple could contract rapidly. Trailing PE is backward-looking. It uses last year's earnings, while forward PE and PG ratios incorporate expectations about future earnings. Some metrics show AMD's forward multiples and PG indicators painting a slightly different picture, but the core point stands. Investors are buying growth, not current yield. Note this as well. When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, "Who then can be saved?" But Jesus beheld them, and said unto them, With men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all, and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Jesus said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me, in the regeneration when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Matthew 19:25-30. If we fully obey the Lord, the Creator of heaven and earth, and carefully follow all His commandments, He has promised to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Deuteronomy 28. We shall be blessed when we come in and when we go out. I appeal to you to accept God and let Him be your guide, for He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful content. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Faith and prayer will do what no power on earth can accomplish. See you in the next video by God's mercy.